Hello everyone, this is Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing another one of Waylon strategies, a twist to what I've done. Waylon seems to be pretty popular on the Craps YouTube channels. I'm going to do the Waylon way, which is the Waylon outside, the 4, 5, 9, 10. I did it before I went away on vacation, played it on the cruise ship, had great success with it. I'm going to show you exactly how I did it and my twist to it. It was one of the twists that Waylon had communicated with me prior to the cruise, which was adding the 6 and the 8 as a place bet, and you'll see how we're going to do that. We're going to get right to it. Okay, so some business out of the way right there. Thanks to all my subscribers that while I was on vacation, I grew by a third. To you, it's not a lot. To me, it's a lot. Please, doesn't cost anything. Hit that red subscribe. Click the thumbs up button for a like. Would really appreciate it. Okay, so this is going to be the Waylon's way, or the Waylon outside. And we're going to be playing the 4, 5, 9, 10 with the place bet on the 6 and the 8 after the point is established. I do that for a reason, and I'll kind of get there in just a minute when we get over to the table. So let's go ahead and move on over to the table, and let's talk about what we're doing here. Okay, it's the Waylon's way. It's a parlay. The way we did it before, Waylon plays it a lot higher than I did. This is how I played it on the cruise ship. All right, so we're going to lay the 4 and the 10 for a quarter. This is how I played it. Not necessarily it's Waylon's price range. He always plays it with a buy-in of 5,000 with black chips. We're going to do it a little lower. So I'm gonna put the 100 out there, $2 out for the vig on the first time. If you lose it, you go up a level. Every level is a green chip, so we can go up to 3 green chips. The farthest I got on the cruise ship was I had to get up to 3 green chips, 75 across. As you can see, that was 300. A little uncomfortable for me, plus I had the 36 on the 6 and 8. So after the point is established, I'll come out here with the 36, the 18 on the 6 and the 8, and I'm going to get paid. Now, the reason why I don't have that working, because we're always on, I'll go ahead and put this out here too, so you can see we're always on. When we come out is because on the come out 7, this is going to save you a little bit of money, so I'll put that out after the point is established. So it's a parlay. Now, before we parlayed it across all the numbers, what we're going to do now is we're only going to be parlaying the 5 and the 9, and I stayed out there till I hit the 5 or the 9, or till I made enough money that I wanted to regress back down, and that's a judgment call. Let's roll this out, and you'll see exactly what I mean. Wow, we have 4 of a kind. There's 4 threes. All right, so let's go ahead and get this thing started. We're set up, 100 across, $2 on the vig is already paid. And the dice set that Waylon likes to use, and it worked for me, is the 5, 6, 3, 5. The 5, 6, 3, 5, and it may not work for you the same way it worked for me, but it's been very successful. I've got almost 1,200 rolls recorded with this set. And believe it or not, guys, I hit a lot of 9, 10s, yos, and all the rest of the craps numbers. I do hit aces and ace-deuce occasionally, but I hit more 9, 10, and yos than anything. For that reason, on the yo, when I was playing on the ship, I typically was either keeping a couple bucks on the yo just because I could, maybe occasionally throwing 4 in the horn bet, and occasionally a $5 horn high bet on the yo as well. But in any event, we're not doing that. The other thing I did on the ship was I did do a little hedging on the hard ways on the 4 and the 10, taking one of the combinations out. At this particular level, I would be doing it at a nickel on each one. At the quarter level, that would, reduce your loss on hitting the hard way 10. Not hitting, but bonusing on your payout. You know what I mean. All right, let's get this dice in the air. 5, 6, 3, 5, and the dice are out. And just like I said, there's a 6, 5 yo right off the bat. I probably should have put some money on it, but when if you watched the videos before I went on vacation, you would have known that I had a lot of yos thrown with that dice set. On the ship, a lot of yos thrown on the dice set. All right, 6, 5, 3, 5. And if you look at the dice, you have the yo right there, right off the bat. So either I'm coming off axis or they're rolling over, or to the people that can tell me what I'm doing right or wrong when I'm throwing it, you might be able to figure that out. Me, I don't claim to be a dice controller influencer. I'm more of a rhythm roller. Set the dice, get set, same stance, try to do everything the same way each time. Dice are out, except that one was a very short roll. Whew, got lucky. 415, it's going to pay us $35 on the 5. And it's parlay time. Now, we're not parlaying the 4 and the 10 because that's going to pay us $50. If we hit the 4 or the 10, we automatically put the $50 in the 5 and the 9. So we're going to get paid $35. We do have to reach over and grab a nickel out of our stack, and the point is a 5. And now we're going to parlay that up, and we're going to take the 4 and the 5 to $45. What did I do wrong there? 35. Oh, $10. Sorry, my math is off. $10. All right. So now we're also going to place the 6 and the 8 for the 18. This is one of the twists. Every time you get paid, every time the 6 and 8 hits, you don't press it or you don't parlay it. You just put it in the rack, and you're happy, and just go on to the next roll. So on the 45, it pays us an unusual number because it pays us 63 on the 5 and the 9. So that's the parlay. We have to hit the 5 and the 9 to bring the parlay down. There is some description. Well, if you hit the 4 and the 10 and you win 50, should you bring the parlay down? I'm telling you guys on the ship, sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't. Because I was never below my starting bankroll on that trip, I felt comfortable in leaving it up. I think the proper thing to do is if you hit the 4 or the 10, would be to back down to the level, which is probably what we're going to do here. All right, 5, 6, 3, 5. Dice are out. And there's a 6, 2, 8. All right. On the old Waylon's way, we wouldn't have got paid. That's going to pay us 21, and we're just going to rack it. It's like a bonus from the old Waylon's way. This is the Waylon outside, and that's just a bonus. Before, when we played it before, we didn't get paid. I never pressed it. I just collected it. 5, 6, 3, 5, and the dice are out. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Sorry, guys. Let me turn on my throwing station cam. Sorry about that. Thought you actually saw that. I'm setting the dice 5, 6, 3, 5, throwing from this particular area right here. Be about between stick left 1 and 2. I have a 10-foot table here, and the cruise ship was 12. My locals are 12. It's just about the same condition. The difference is this table height is 28 inches. On the cruise ship, yes, I measured it, was 24 inches to the base of the table. So my big belly was hanging over a little bit over the railing, so it was a little different, and it took me a little while to get adjusted on where I wanted to reach and throw from when I was on that trip. Go see the trip report. It's the video prior to this one on my channel. I'll put a link at the end of the video for that. Dice are out. And there's a 4, 2, 6. So that's twice now we've made a little bit of money by having the place bet out there on the 6 and 8. All right. So 42. We've got our 36 covered is how I was counting it when I was playing it on the ship. Okay, my 36 is paid for now. I don't have to really worry about that. We just need to hit one of these parlays and come back down and be happy about the way that we parlay and regress, and if you miss your parlay, you go up to the next level. In that case, it would be 200. If we get hit off the parlay again, we would go to the next level, 75 across, next level, 100 across. You see what happens. I never got past level 3 when I was playing this, and when you have that much money out there, yeah, if you're not used to playing like that. It does bother you, but you have to concentrate and stay in your groove and keep everything together. 5, 6, 3, 5 dice are out. And there's a 5, 3, 8. I'm looking at this dice, this 5 die that rolled over. I don't know what exactly I'm doing wrong, and this is the first time that I've thrown since I've been back on vacation. I had to go back to work and get a lot of things out of the way. I made the video that was I didn't roll any rolls out on the final trip video, and this is the first time I've actually rolled the dice. Another $21. All right, so we've had 3 hits on the 6 and the 8, which is beneficial. We're pressed up 1 level on the 5 and the 9, and we really want to be able to hit that we need to hit the 4, 5, 9, or 10 before we regress back down. All right. 5, 6, 3, 5. And the dice are out. Now, there were times that I turned this into a long roll. There it is, 6, 3, 9. We're going to hit the parlay for Waylon. There were times that I either took the 6 or the 8 down or I turned them off. When I wasn't hitting the outside numbers, I would actually even turn a couple more off to reduce the effect that I knew that the 7 out was going to be coming. I would turn off the 4, the 5, and the 8 because I typically don't hit those numbers. Poof, look what we're doing here today. So that's 9. We've got 45 on it. It's an odd number of $63 to be paid. Let me make sure I did that math right. 7, 45. Yeah, 63 is right. Yep. Somebody tell me if it's not. I'm pretty sure it's 63. All right, so there's the 63. I'm going to throw this over here in the rack. And guess what happens? We hit the parlay. You guessed it, guys. We're bouncing back down. But I'm leaving this out because it's already established and it's paid for. If it wasn't paid for, I would take it back down until we were able to establish another parlay. Something along those lines. All right, so that's a 9. Still on the first roller. We're still doing really, really well on this roll. I don't want to cross our fingers too much, but you know, it is what it is. So now we're back down to the base level. We have $100 out there, and we have 36 between the 6 and the 8. Now, we've made 20, 40, 60, $72 on the 6 and 8. And we just made $63 more on the 6 and the 3. We really don't have this first level covered yet. So can you turn the 6 and the 8 off and feel more comfortable? You could. I only did that when I got into a really long roll and I wasn't up, and we're not up, and I'm kind of contemplating, do I save the $36 and turn those off, or do I let them go? I'm letting them go, by the way. It's all your personal preference. This is a twist to Waylon's way on the 4, 5, 9, 10 parlay. And remember, we're only parlaying the 5 and the 9. All right. Dice are out. 6, 3, 9. Okay, so we're at level 1. 25 is going to pay us 35. And what are we going to do? The same thing we did before. 35, we're going to pull out our chips. 35, we're going to add 5 to that, so that's going to make it 40. So we're going to come over here and put 20 on each one. And now we're parlayed up. 6, 3, 9. I don't want to brag about this dice set, but you can see, with the exceptions of the 8s and the 6s I hit, the 5, the 9s, what happened there? Come on. Roll tracker, catch up with me. With the exception of the 5, the 6s, we've hit exactly what this dice set is supposed to produce. 5s, 9s, 10s, and 11s. Yes, we haven't had a 10 yet. But so far, so good. All right. 6, 5, 3, 5. And the dice are out. There's a 6, 3, 9. We hit the parlay again. And as you know, that $48 is going to pay us 63 again. And because we got paid on the 63, we just bumped back down. We're just coming back down. Yo, coming on down. Yep, 63. We'll rack that. And, come on, chips. We're leaving the 6 and the 8 up. So now if you can take a look at what you think we've made, we're okay on this roll. It really doesn't matter. We're not going to be behind on this shooter at all. We've made enough, and this is where the parlay press and regress shines through. All right. 5, 6, 6, 3. 5, 6, 6, 5, 6, 3, 5. All right, the dice are out. And there's a 11. Told you guys, this is how this dice set has worked for me. And I think Waylon put in one of my comments that he was glad to see that this dice set is working. Hey guys, I'm not saying that he's right or wrong. If it works for him, it's been working for me. I'm not going to say that it's going to work for you. But if this was your roll and you were going into your 10th roll with these numbers, with what we've done here, you would be happy. And everybody at the table that's playing their way, except for the dark side player, would be upset. All right. 5, 6, 3, 5. Dice are out. I twisted that. I was surprised that wasn't a 7. It's not. It's a 628. It's okay because this time we've got the 8 covered. It's going to be another $21 winner. That would be our 4th score on the 8, where the last time that we played this, we left the 6 and the 8 bare, and we wouldn't have won that money. I'm going to have to color some of this up here in a minute, make room in the rack of the reds. But that's the 8. All right. Dice coming back out. Dice are out. Dice are set. 314. Now, that 314 to me, I counted it early when I was playing this as a parlay. So that means that we would regress if we had the chips up. I just realized we just did regress. Ignore what I just said. No editing here. Shot as I go along. So we got 50. Now it's time to parlay again. We're parlaying just the 5 and the 9. And if we hit the 4, 5, or 9 again, we'll bring the parlay down. But that's how we roll. All right. 5, 6, 3, 5. All right. Dice are out. Ah, it's a horrible roll. Got lucky. Point hit. Frontline winner. So 3, 2, 5. 3, 2, 5. 50 is going to pay us 70. And we're going to come back down off of the. We're going to come back down off of our parlay. So the point's going to come down. We're going to take our parlays down. We're right back to the base. When I had my 6 and 8 paid for, I left it up and on this point. Now remember, we're always on and working. Okay, when we do this, I'm going to color these reds up real quick, guys, to make some room. All right, there's 100. Just going to take 100 out. Okay, rack that 100, make some room in the rack. So the strategy does not call for the 6 and 8 to be on. Guys, we're ahead on the shooter. We're leaving it on. It's $36 more if I have a come out 7. I understand this. We have 100 at risk. So it is. You know what I did? I hit that 4, and I did not pay the $4.50. So I've corrected that. You don't have to put that in the comments. All right. So the roll continues. 5, 6, 3, 5. Dice are out, and we're working. There's a hard 10. We have a hard 10. It's what I was putting the $5 on the hard ways at one point. That would have paid us another $35. So that's going to be a 50 for 1. All right. So we're going to get paid 50 for 1. And take the on button off. We're in the parlay mode of just the 5 and the 9. The 10 is the point. Hard 10 at that. And we'll be off to the races. Okay. Pretty good roll so far. As a matter of fact, let me take a look at the time. We're coming up on 20 minutes. We may not get many more shooters in on this roll. We're going to have to roll it out again just to show that it always doesn't go this way. For me on the ship, on my trip that I ran, and I played this at the Atlantis, I had really good success with this. This and the Hedgeless Horseman from John over at Pro Craps, with the 6 and the 8 as well. Dice are out. 4, 5, 9. We got hit the parlay again. It's going to pay us 70, and we're going to bounce back down. Going to bounce back down. It's going to pay us 70. We just take the quarter off again. If you're losing, I take down the 6 and the 8, but since we're winning, we're going to leave it up. We're back down to the single unit level, which is at the green level. Our units are green. Enter the 9. This is a heck of a roll. 5, 6, 3, 5. 5, 6, 3, 5. And the dice are out. Hard 10. Point hit. Frontline winner. Should have been back up on the hard ways again. All right, so we're going to win 50 for $1. And that's the parlay mode. We did hit the point. Parlay mode, 50 for $1. Take the $1, and we up to 5 and 9, because all we're doing is parlaying the 5 and the 9. All right, frontline winner on the hard 10. Okay. Once again, we'll go ahead and take care of some business here, guys. If you haven't, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit that red subscribe button. If you haven't, ring that bell. You get some notifications. I teased it a little while ago. Early next year, going to give you an opportunity to play live with me somewhere along the Eastern Seaboard, along with a couple other players that I know. A couple of them Crap Nation players. You'll be able a chance to come and play with us, and it's going to leave that little tease out there for you. More to come in the weeks ahead. That's why it's so important to push that subscribe button, click that like button, and you'll find out probably after the Halloween going into the Thanksgiving holiday break what we're doing. All right, dice are out. So come out, we're on. There's a hard 8. Square pair, hard 8, so the point's going to be an 8. We are on. It's going to pay us 21. Remember, we're always working. 21. Hard 8. All right, so how many rolls is that? How close are we to anything on the all tall small? We need the 12 for the tall. I didn't come out on it, and we still haven't hit the AC deucey and the deuces. I could have sworn we had an AC deucey, but maybe I missed a roll. But for the all tall small, I didn't. I always come out with the 2-1-2 on the all tall small. I take 100 of my starting bankroll. I play it 20 times. If I hit it, I continue to play it. If I don't come back up on the all tall small. Just the way I play it. All right. Did I put the hard 8s in? 5, 6, 3, 5, and the dice are out. That was a bad throw. I'm surprised I got that out of it. It was about as random as you can get. 3, 2, 5, we're on the parlay at $70. We bounce back down. Guys, you can see how this works, and this is what it was doing for me on the ship. When I would have my rolls into the teens, my longest roll on the ship was 31, 38, or 39 if you count the 7 out at the Atlantis. I had many rolls in the teen playing it exactly this way. So that's $70. We're going to bounce off the parlay. And as you can see, that's another 100. I'm going to go ahead and get a black chip because I'm running out of room in my rack because I'm going to have to color up the reds, which is when if you ever looked at I showed the group, the Craps Nation group, my chip porn, and there's a when you're looking at my rail while I was on the ship, this long, blacks and greens, all reds that were across there, playing this strategy. All right, so that was of the 5. All right. I'm going to continue with just this one shooter. We're going to stop this video when the roll is over. So we're at the 20-minute mark. If it goes longer, I'm going to continue the roll on out. So just bear with us. Look in the description below for how long it's going to be. I'll put a link down there in my description. Always check my descriptions, by the way, too, below, because I put some interesting information in there. 5, 6, 3, 5. Now I'm into the teens. I don't expect this to go much longer. On the ship, I would take the 6 and the 8 down at some point, but we're not going to do that here. We're just going to let this roll. Dice are out. Hard 6. Hard 6. It's going to be another $21 winner. You can see how these $21 winners, where we didn't play it the previous way we played it, have really paid off. All right, I've got to make room, guys. Give me just 1 second. All right, there's 100. I'm going to color up these greens. It's going to be 500, so I'm going to get 600. Take these out of play. That dollar comes over here to the rack. We start our quarter again. Bring these quarters over here. Let me grab a purple and 1 black. Whoa, almost knocked my whole bank in the floor. All right, 600. Okay, do we have the hard 6 entered? We do not. Enter the hard 6, and we are going to be back out. 5, 6, 3, 5. 5, 6, 3, 5. Dice are out. Ah, bad roll, bad roll. It's a leaner. Oh, let's go over and take a look, guys. Can you see that on the screen? I believe you can. I can't zoom in at that angle to show you, but we have a 3 on this die, and What's holding it up is the wall. So on a natural fall, that should become a 3, which it did. So we didn't 7 out there. Another hard 6, going to pay us another $21. Think about how many times we've hit the 6 and the 8, although this set barely produces it for me. It certainly has here tonight. So it's a hard 6, another $21. We've done quite a few of those. Back-to-back hard 6s. Those people that are parlaying their hard ways on the table are really happy with you. 5, 6, 3, 5, and the dice are out. There it is, 5, 2. We 7'd out, and this will be the end of the rolling. We're going to go ahead and count up and see where we are. Sorry about that ding dong. That's another message coming through. So we're going to lose our 136 on the table, 1 shooter, so you could consider this just 1 roll on yourself, and let's see where we wound up. I'm going to roll this out again, probably do a comparison with another strategy, but let's see where we are. All right, we started with 1,500. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's our 1,500, okay? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 50. That's going to be 100, I'm pretty sure. Yep, that's 100. So let's trade this out. There's our starting bankroll. 1 roll. Let's go over here to our roll and take a look at it. We had 20 rolls. Our roller, we hit the 20 on the 7 out. Might have been 21. I don't think that the KPI counts the 7 out as a roll. So there's 15, 2,050. 2 reds for that. So we made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $552 before any dealer tokes. You know, think about that, guys. That is really significant with what you know, with what's happened here. I'm going to turn and switch the screen around here just 1 second. If you partake with me before we end the video, I want to be able to show you something here. Let's see if I can bring this down, and let me transverse this over. Let's get rid of Waylon's way out of the way. So what I did is I went ahead and I brought over the statistics on the numbers that were hit. And I know that it's really kind of hard for you to see that. Let's see if I stretch this out just a little bit. It may help just a little bit. All right, so in the left corner above Mid-Atlantic Craps, those are the shooters. You can see that it says we had a 20 roller, but I as a shooter had a 19 shot. The 20th roll was the 7 out, and Troy over at 0.7 out explained that there was a question asked as to why the roll tracker wasn't counting 7s as rolls. It does on the come out. It doesn't when you 7 out. So I had a shooter at 19 rolls. The 7 out was the 20th roll. If you take a look at some of these numbers that we hear, you look in the blue and black section of what was rolled. Look at that, guys. No aces, no ace deuce, no 12. Look at the 11s, the 0.7 outs. The horn numbers were pretty high. So if you take a look at the numbers we hit, what were we playing? 4, 5, 9, 10. Look at those numbers. 4, 5, okay, pretty high. Look at the 9 and the 10, pretty high. And then we got paid off on the 6 and the 8s. We had the 1, 7 out. We had the 0.7 out counted as in that group as well. If you take a look at the box numbers, they're a little hard to be able to see exactly what we got. They're duplicate on the screen there, guys. The box numbers, we were well above, well into the red. We were right inside, used in that dice set. Waylon, use that as an example. Go and tell people to come to this video, go to the 28-minute mark and watch the video from here and talk about the statistics using your 5, 6, 3, 5. Guys, I'm not a dice influencer or a dice controller. I'm a rhythm roller. This set has worked wonderful for me. Thrown it over, well, it's got to be over 1,200 times. I'll go ahead and put my rolls on this video into the bone tracker. Guys, just look at that. I mean, if we take a look at the statistics that are there, just on 1 roll alone, that is just, I just find it, I don't know, outside of incredible. I don't know what else to call it. So, you know, with that said, we're going to go ahead and end this video and call this video a success. at the 30-minute mark. Guys, this is Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps. Please click the red subscribe button. Give me the thumbs up. We're on the move, doing great things. Remember my teaser about things to come early next year. Chance to play with me live in a casino on the East Coast. More to come after Halloween. Who knows? Maybe there'll be a spooky announcement. Hey guys, Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps. Till next time, as always, I want you to be safe and play smart.